Hello, everyone. So, I have no makeup on. I am going to start fresh for you guys today. I know some of you guys have seen me do videos. This is like maybe my third or fourth video. I've worked in cosmetics like 12 to 15 years. I can't even keep up anymore. But I've worked for skincare brands. I've worked for major cosmetic brands. I'm not going to say the name. I worked for a major one for about 10 years. And I worked for a lot of different brands. So over the years, I've collected a lot of knowledge, a lot of information. My passion for skincare and makeup has always stayed the same. I've changed careers. I worked office jobs. I did things that just, for the money and to pay the bills. But now I'm really gearing myself back to my passion. So I have done some videos just on little tiny tutorials, but I'm going to do a full face today for you guys. I do use a lot of Synergen's products. I have really found some success with my skin, especially. I know a lot of you guys are, really into makeup, and some of you guys may not wear any makeup, and that's okay. The really important thing is that you take care of your skin. So my mom, as I mentioned a couple of times, she's an esthetician. She went to school when I was a baby and she learned about skin. So as I grew up, I really got educated on like skincare. That was like the major thing I started with. So every day after school, I would wash my face, get off all the makeup, or if even when I wasn't wearing makeup, just get off everything from the day. So it's really important you wash your face every day. You also want to pay attention to your skin type. So when you're picking makeup, it's important that you pay attention to what your skin looks like without makeup. So you guys can see I have on moisturizer, and I do a whole treatment. So at nighttime, I wash my face with my nighttime cleanser. I use my nighttime moisturizer. I use an eye cream, and then I use a product from Synergen's called the Collagen Night Pack. That's a really awesome, just like a hydrating mask. So what I do is I do that as my last step, and I feel like my skin has been looking really good because of that product. So that's my nighttime routine. My daytime routine, I get up, wash my face, I use my daytime moisturizer. Before that, I use a product from Synergen's called Nangai oil, and I'm really oily, but I'm also super dehydrated. So again, when you guys are applying makeup, you want to make sure you pay attention to those things. Some people really like to wear like matte finish foundation, and at the end of the day, you feel like your skin feels like a mask, or even when you're wearing the foundation, you feel like it's too heavy. So you just want to make sure you're using the right moisturizer, right daytime, products. Also, you want to use something with some type of sun protection. So that's really important. Also, I like to use my foundation that can do skincare for me. So again, when I was growing up and I was first learning about, how to take care of my skin from my mom, she always, focused the importance of taking everything off, making sure you wash your face, and then making sure you, apply the right products during the day to protect your skin. So my foundation that I use is also Synergen's product. It's called the Advanced Anti-Aging Foundation. And what I like about that actually protects my skin as I wear it. And then also too, it has the Synergen's, the Cine Shield, which is kind of like their SPF. So it protects me from the sun. And again, it's long wearing, lightweight. And that's what I'm going to use today. So, let's get started. I know I'm talking a lot. My mom told me that she watches some videos, and people, when they do tutorials, they talk a lot. And I guess I know why, because you got to kind of set it up. So first thing I do when I do my makeup, again, I do my skincare. I have my moisturizer on. I sprayed my hydrating mist. That's something that I also really love. I'm going to take my brows, and I'm going to take a spoolie. This is a super old spoolie, and I'm just going to brush them up. Now, brows are scary these days, okay? Because I see all these like crazy block shapes. Microblading is really, really in trend, but you want to make sure that you are focusing on your natural brow hair. If you don't have a lot of brow hair, that's okay too, but you do want like everything to be focusing up. This is the way your brow hair naturally grows. So if you do decide to get microbladed, make sure you see those really like fine hairs, because that's what your real brow hair really looks like. So that's what you want to mimic. Dropping stuff. So what I like to use is a creamy product for my brows, and you'll notice I'm not gonna name a lot of products today. When it comes to makeup, to be honest, like I love certain products. Like I said, I use a lot of Synergens. I use some stuff from like Fenty Beauty. I also have a lot of NARS and MAC and Estee Lauder. I have a lot of mix of products. But when it comes to makeup, it's really about learning the rules, and then you can apply it to what you use. There's some things I can't like not use, but some things it's just all about the technique, and that's what I want to go over with you guys today. So what I'm using now is just like a creamy product, and this is a dark brown cream, and I'm just using an angle brush, and this that I'm about to show you guys is freaking brow magic. Okay, so key with brows is you want to start at the base of your brow. Now a lot of people, what they do is they kind of like draw all the way through. You just kind of want to go about halfway. So I don't know if you can see that. And then same on the other side. Now the key too with brows is you want to use a really tiny brush, but you also want to make sure you do the tiniest strokes. So you don't want to like fill in your whole brow to begin with. You just kind of want to go bit by bit, piece by piece. So I kind of drew at the bottom, and now I'm just kind of fluffing up from there. Again, brow magic. Fluff up will give you a really natural looking brow. So again, I'm just kind of, from that first little line I drew, I'm just kind of fluffing up from there. Okay, so then I'm going to take my brush again, and I'm going to go at the top of my brow, kind of where I want to give that arch. Same on the other side. And then from there, I just want to kind of connect my tail. So as you guys can see, that's super thin, but you're going to go back and you can kind of fill it in a little bit more. But basically you want to make connecting points. So you want to fill in from here to here, there to there, and then you can kind of connect it together. That's a really easy way and natural way to do brows. So again, we're going to kind of go on this side. Kind of go from that bottom line we started, and then just connect and just kind of fill that in. Okay. Also, it's really handy to have one of these around because you can go back and kind of blend more. The higher your hair is blended up, the more natural your brows will look. So, brows are like crazy right now. Like I said, I see like sparkly brows and, they high heel brows and all this crazy like brow madness. But the key is to always kind of mimic your brow hair. So regardless of if you're doing like color brows, glitter brows, you always want to mimic hair, because your brows are hair, right? Like they're hair. So you want to really mimic that. Okay. So now I'm going to take a flat brush, and this is just a flat brush. I have a collection of different brushes from over the years, and I'm going to take a little bit of my Advanced Anti-Aging Foundation, and the color that I'm using is a really light shade. Now normally I would use something maybe a few shades lighter, but I'm going to show you guys how to kind of highlight as we go. So I'm just taking a tiny bit of that on my brush, And I'm going to start at the top of my brow. Okay, then I'm going to wipe my brush off, go to the other side, grab a little product, and right under the brow. Now, cool thing about makeup is you can always add more, but it's really, really hard to take it away. So this is a really light color. Again, I'm using Dewy. It's like probably 6 shades lighter than my complexion, but I'm going to kind of highlight and show you guys how to highlight as you go. So I'm using that under my brow bone. Just going to blend it. And I'm just going to kind of step back and look, see. You can always add more product, but it's really hard to take it away. So you want to make sure when you're doing like highlighting, contouring products especially, that you're not using too much. Because if you're using too much, it's hard to take it away. Again, this is a very like light shade. So I am blending like crazy. The other thing is when you're using something this light, you want to make sure you blend it as much as possible. I'm clean faced. I have no makeup on right now, no foundation. I'm going to go back with my complexion and kind of contour. So I'm going to go back and maybe add a little bit of like depth to this brow. It's pretty light right now, as you can see. But I'm going to kind of blend in a little more so you guys can see what that looks like when you kind of highlight and contour as you go. There we go. Okay, that's better. Okay, so that's it. Now I'm gonna take a shadow that's like maybe my same complexion, maybe a couple shades lighter than my complexion. So you can use something that's like your shade or maybe a couple shades lighter than your complexion. And I'm just gonna buff over and on my lid to kind of blend in. So again, we have that really light contour, or excuse me, highlight under the brow. I'm just blending like crazy with this shadow. To kind of blend that all in, make it look a little natural. Remember how light that was? Now it's like skin tone. Okay, now I'm gonna go back and take my brush that I use for my brows, and I'm gonna take my Midnight Muse lip sense. You're like, what is she doing? And I'm going to show you guys how I do a winged liner. So with lip sense, these guys are lip products, clearly. But for a really cool kind of creative flair, you can use them for eyeliners. So I'm going to take my eyeliner brush and I'm going to take some product out on my hand. Again, Midnight Muse is kind of like a really dark blue. And I'm going to get it on both sides of my brush. Now for wing liner, what I like to do is take my brush. Again, it kind of has like a point on it. And I like to kind of start with that kind of wing out. So kind of the angle of the brush out. And I just start at the tip of my eye and I just draw down. Do the same thing on the other side. Okay. From there, I'm going to take it and I'm going to connect it. Small little strokes. Same on this side. I'm gonna connect it.